MegaStar.
I had this bad chick uptown, she was had me messed up in the head, I mean. Bought the chick diamonds and pearls, I mean. Should've seen the ice shining on the wrist. Now money ain't a problem, see my dough is like pull out my bankroll on y'all dudes like lost the blue strip from 2/10 like money wanna peep my blueprints, I'm like had to hit the brake on y'all brothers like brothers getting bagged on my block like coming home within a half an hour like fun like they had the manpower like more or less, more so I rip your torso, I live the fast life, come through in the pour slow like whoa. My people like dough, like dro, nitro, my flow, nice clothes like yo. Ease pain with like yo. Now I'm Doc Strange in the range like 100 miles an hour switching lanes like plus I'm getting brain from the chick like fingernail brother ache like team floor switches and chicks like
Drew, how are you, DH and HD? We know that you're having a very successful independent and professional wrestling career, and you're the future of sports entertainment, and a lot of people are pegging you as the next big thing coming out of the Southeast, but would you like to come back and do BITY V, the last do Raw, take all the loose ends, put them in a box, tie it up nice, burn it, set it ablaze, and watch them all fry as we're all one big happy family again? Imagine my thought process receiving that phone call. It's interesting. I thought BYW was done for people like me. I've gone and bettered myself. I'm at my physical peak shape. I am working hard as a wrestler and sports entertainer. I'm traveling states. I'm making a name for myself. I'm paying the dues. And I am destined for big things. Said so, might I add, by people that have wrestled all over, that are wrestling currently all over the Southeast, in places like OVW as well up north, and so on and so forth. Imagine my confusion that BYW's not done yet? For me, it was done 3 years ago. In 2018, I was done. My passion and love for it, gone. Poof. But then I started to think, loose ends. Do I have any loose ends in BYW? There is one. Let me take you back on a little history lesson here. For those of you that don't know, I've been doing yarding, or I did yarding, for a very, very long time. It started in 2008-2009 with XBWF, with guys like JC Brown, Joseph Everhart, Jake Dar, and we would put on shows for ourselves. We would put them on DVDs, and then we would watch them, enjoy them, laugh, cheer, have a good time, blah, blah, blah. Then we noticed that people put them on YouTube, so we said, oh, well, we can do that. So let's go ahead and make it official. Let's put our show on YouTube for public to see, right? Genius. And then, so, a couple years went by, we were enjoying ourselves, and then a few more friends came along. By friends, I mean CCW. CCW was led by Vlad Johansson, Rango Jackson, amongst others. They came in, invaded, took over, and we became CCW for the next few years. During those few years, we were riding high, involved in a lot of big crossovers, the first really big mega crossovers like Jason Walker with HBTW at the time, and VTW, and so on and so forth. It was all very much so going well. And then at the end of 2014, going into 2015, at one of the darkest points in my life, especially mentally, I lashed out. I had a lot of pent-up frustrations and feelings that I just unleashed. And I'm man enough to admit that maybe I do semi-regret some of the things that I said. But it just so happened that it did turn personal, which is never a good sign when you're just doing YouTube wrestling for free. You're beating up your bodies for other people's entertainment with no money involved. And the specific person that I lashed out against the most was Joseph Everhart. Now, we won't get into the details of why it was so personal, but we will say that it wasn't pretty. If you were there at that time, you know it was not good. Ugly is probably the best word to use. So I split from CCW, and they did their thing for a little bit. I joined VTW. If you know VTW, congratulations, I guess. Here's a cookie. And from then on out, for the next few years, after VTW had found success and more crossovers were happening, and we were enjoying ourselves and success and YouTube wrestling and yada yada, back over here with CCW, they tried and they went for a little while, but then adulting happened, which it will happen. Guaranteed. Most people moved on to different jobs, college, life, everything. But while I was still over here in BYW doing my thing, I noticed that Joseph Everhart was training. He was working to become an independent wrestler. And he so did it. He succeeded. He started wrestling on shows while I was still doing BYW. Eventually, after that love just crumbled and died, I started training myself. I moved. I worked hard, and for the past 3 years, I have been working harder than ever, grinding it out to become the future of sports entertainment. Joseph has as well. So, if we want to talk about loose ends, and we want to talk about what is going to bring me to the dance with BITY V, the last do Raw, there's only one loose end that I have to tie up. Joseph, I know you may hate me. I know I did hate you for a time, but those feelings, gone. What I want to do is show you, the people watching at home, and everybody in attendance, exactly why I am and always will be the guy when it comes to the pure potential of it all. Potential shining brighter than the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my call out to Joseph Everhart for BITY V. 1-on-1. The history is there. That's the only loose end that will bring me back. Ladies and gents, we'll see if he accepts. In the meantime, this has been your megastar that shines brighter than the rest in this wrestling universe. Man, myth, and legend in the making. Conductor of the Hood Hype Train. Be everything you always wanted. The Prince of Sports Entertainment. The Attraction. DH and HD. BITY V. The last do Raw. Let's tie up that loose end.